We're gonna open up tier maker. We are going to be putting characters based on reasonable person would put them in their party. Okay? On slot 1, 2, 3, or 4. All carries go on 3. All right, buddy. I actually genuinely believe that no person in their right mind would actually say that honestly. I guess we start with old characters, but old characters, like, they should be, I have a good one. We'll just get the easy ones out of the way. For now, let's just leave it at that. Jean. The only time when you play Jean nowadays is when you do fall damage stuff, which means she should be on 1. Actually, I want you to, okay, wait. Deal if you agree, if you disagree. Noelle. I think Noelle goes on 1 as well. I don't really care if you guys agree or disagree, because there's like 2 people in chat that play Noelle. There's some teams where I can accept Sucrose on 2, or even Sucrose on 1, but generally it's Sucrose on 3. 4 in Lunar, she's 3 in Lunar. She's 1 when she's the on-fielder, or 2 when there's a Beto on the team. So I'm used to having her on 2, but it's not because she belongs there. She belongs in 1 in those teams. Otherwise, she goes on 3. Okay, next is Fischl. And Fischl is rough. She's played in multiple different archetypes, and I feel like her positioning in those different archetypes is different. Like with Arlecchino, she's 4. With Taser, she's 2. As long as they'll put her on 1 like a psychopath, yeah. I feel like, does anyone actually think that Fischl should be on 1? I hope not. Fischl on 4. Mona's on 4. That one is like omega straightforward. You guys are saying deal, but you spammed when I said Sucrose on 3 because you wanted her on 4. Where are you playing Mona? If not on teams that also have Sucrose. Flins. You're playing Mona on Flins. You know, I say that, but I actually use Sucrose on 2 in Molani team. Alright. Kaya on 4. I'm thinking like Arlecchino teams here, because those are the only real Kaya teams right now. Deluc? Yeah, okay. I don't know why I didn't put him in the bench. Razor on 1. Very straightforward. Bennett on 2. Stop saying okay? This is not negotiable. You're not allowed to disagree. Holy shit take. It is a holy shit take because it's so right and true. Good point. Beto on 1. And this is a really annoying one, okay? This is just this is a relic of the past, okay? This is all because of Serpent Spine. Xiangling depends. It's either 1 or 4. Why is everyone saying 3? You guys are just stupid. You use Xiangyun basically only on the Skirk team, right? It's the free slot on Skirk team, which is 3. Don't say You agree. Are you ranking him based off the free slot on Skirk teams? Or like Hu Tao teams back in the day? Or like Hyper Bloom? I kind of think that's more relevant. So he goes on 4. All right. Venti is obvious 3. Klee 1. Carries on 1. West Child 1. Child should outdamage Xiangling at equal investment. As if Raiden doesn't. She does not. Bro, like, you're actually just delusional if you think Raiden outdamages Xiangling and Rational. Or you have C2 Raiden. Even then, like, C2 Raiden is, like, pretty 50-50. C2 is baseline. The highest Rational team, which is this one. And you might notice a little something here. Raiden Shogun, 20%. Xingqiu, 21%. Like, I guess Diana goes on 3. But, like, it really depends. You know what? Diana's bench. Zhongli's on 3, for sure. In every single team. I actually can't think of a team where I'd have Zhongli. Well, okay. Physical Zhongli would be on 1, I guess. But like, other than that, I don't think I can think of a team where I'd have Zhongli on 3 or on a different slot than 3. I mean, double Geo Hu Tao back in like 1.3 or 1.4 or whatever with Albedo would have Zhongli on 2 and Albedo on 3. Or with Chiori, no, you don't play double Geo Hu Tao by the time Chiori comes out. Double Geo Hu Tao died with Yilon. No, you use Zhongli on 2 and it's a Zabai team. Pre-Linnea, yeah. If you're doing like Zhongli Lua, but Zhongli Linnea Zhongli goes on 3. So some of these placements, you guys are gonna think I'm rage baiting, but like this is actually where I put these characters. Good luck finding recent footage of me playing Child though. I played in IT, I guess. Archon Quest, true. Hu Tao on 3 for the crit rate in Zabai teams, or on 4 for the crit rate in Molani teams. Thoughts? Ganyu. Probably on 1 as well. Rosaria. Rosaria's always on 4, I think. Like, that's just where she should be. Like 100%. She's on 4. Kazuha on 3. Ayaka on 1. Yoimiya. Let's give her an honorary 1. Fuck it. You're not benching Yoimiya. No, boy. I am not putting Raiden on 1. The only team where you'd have her on 1 is like Hyper Raiden with Sarah, and that's just not a real team. Rational Raiden goes on 3. Hyper Bloom Raiden goes on 2. I think Hyper Bloom Raiden kind of matters more. So I'm gonna put her on 2. He's joining Bennett. Actually, should I order the team slots from best to worst? What's the best team slot? It's probably 2, right? Then 4, then 1, then 3. Don't, it's gonna be confusing. Okay, fine. That's an interesting one, actually. Kokomi is like one of the very few characters that I think can be used in every slot. Mono Hydro Kokomi in 1. I guess Nilu Kokomi in 1 as well. Taser Kokomi in 2 because Beto needs to stack the Serpent Spine. Heal Flex Kokomi for like Skirk or whatever like team that has a flex slot on 3. Kokomi has a like a Hydro app for whatever team that needs it on 4. 5. She's on the 5th. She's on the 5th team slot. He's a trial character. I mean, yeah, the characters in the bench tier are on 5 because the only reason they should be on your team is if they're a trial character. This reminds me of when you did the 5th slot video. I wonder, actually, in 2026, which team would benefit the most from a last team slot? Yeah, it might just be Zabai. Neuvillette would get Farina and all 3 Draconic Glory stacks at C0. Yeah. Surely that's enough to make him good, right? Toma and Burgeon is on 1. Toma as a shielder is generally on 4. I'll put him on 4. Ito goes on 1. Goro always on 3, I would say. Shenhe on 3. What are the tiers for? Yeah, I guess I took a pretty long break, so we can reintroduce it. This is not a tier list. This is organizing characters based on where they go in your party. On slot 1, 2, 3, or 4. And I do want it to be known, if you put your characters on the wrong slot, you will lose DPS. That is how it works. Yunjin. Yeah, okay. Yunjin goes on the bench. No one's playing her. Yai is an interesting one, actually. So what are the Yai teams? In Taser, Yai on 1. Overload, Yai on 1 if it's Yai, like, on-field / no dedicated on-fielder. On 4, if it's for a Pyro carry. In Quicken, Yai on 1. In Alhaitham, Yai on 3. Because if it's a team where Yai would not be on 1, you aren't playing Yai. Because the only reason to play Yai is if you like her enough to play her in the teams where she would be on 1. What are your thoughts? Yeah, let's just put him in bench. Yelan? I think Yelan is 3. What are the teams where you play Yelan? Skirk? 3. Hu Tao? 3. Hyperbloom? 3 or 4. I will go with 3 here. Kuki? Pretty straightforward. Same as Raiden. Why is Yelan 3 but Singso 4? Because you don't really play Yelan and Singso on the same team. And when you do, you're playing both of them, right? But it's mainly because Singso is solo Hydro more often than Yelan is. In double Hydro, Yelan is very often, is generally going to be on 3. Nilu on 3. That cannot be right. It is. On-fielder on 1, Nahida on 2. Additional off-fielder on 4. Nefer on 1, Lama on 2, Nilu in 3, Columbina on 4. In both of the Nilu teams, she's 3. Yeah, I guess Nilu teams now have Lama, right? Lama on 2, not Nahida on 2, and Nahida on 4. And on-fielder on 1. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Alright, Nahida. Honestly, I feel like Nahida Hyperbloom is, like, more relevant to Nahida. Nahida for Nefer is like, you're not really playing Nahida, you're just putting any unit in there. Like, it's kind of whatever. Like, Nahida for Nefer is kind of like Skirk for Zabai. Thoughts? Like, it doesn't really matter. There's better options. Wanderer on 1. That's very straightforward. Farazan on 3. I will take no disagreements. Don't first time chat Om. I'm gonna ban your ass. Now you guys are saying Om because you think it's funny, not because you disagree. I should have kept my mouth shut. Alright, Alhaitham, I guess, is 1. Okay, fine. We can put Sino in here. But Sino is the bench emote. Yao Yao. Sorry. Daya. Are there any remnants of people using Daya as a defensive utility option nowadays? Not really, right? She doesn't really slot into any of the meta teams. Mika in 3. Farina is 2. Okay, do you guys want to know why I have Farina in 4, actually? Visually, it's really, like, unsatisfying on the team selection menu when you play a double Hydro team and you have Hydro on the first slot and the second slot. And it looks a lot more visually satisfying when you sandwich the other elements in between 2 Hydros. And so when I played Neuvillette Farina, which was the only real Farina team, let's be honest, until Skirk came out, I would have Neuvillette on 1 and Farina on 4. You're telling me this is what you do? That's disgusting. Look at how much more visually satisfying it is when you have the other elements sandwiched between the 2 Hydros. You guys are saying ew in order to rage bait, but I know that deep down you agree with me. You actually know I'm right. I don't have Neuvillette, and I do Neuvillette 1, Farina 2. See, chat? The people that are agreeing with you are people that don't even fucking have the unit. Make a poll? What's the point? All it'll show is that more people are wrong. Kirara in 4. People do actually use her sometimes. Pretty much only on, like, Chlorine teams. Sethos teams too, I guess. Lenny on 1. Neuvillette on 1. Also, I don't think anyone's gonna disagree with that. Risley on 1. Farina on 4. I know you guys disagree, but I've already explained my reasoning, so we don't need to get into it again. I feel like you guys are forgetting that, like, sometimes there's two characters that generally go on the same slot that you use together in the same team. And when you do that, one of them is not going to be in the same spot. Like, none of these are, like, strict, always have to be there, other than, like, Farina on 4, Bennett on 2, Chevaliers on 3, and generally Carry on 1. That's the ones I will not budge on. Chevaliers is 2. That doesn't make any sense. You guys want Farina in 2 and Chevaliers in 2. But that doesn't make sense. Because you open your rotation with Farina, but you can't open your first rotation with Chevaliers. I open my rotation with Raiden E, Chevaliers Q, E. Well, you're playing a Raiden. Like, you're not clearing content, so, like, your opinion is, like, not really relevant to this conversation. Charlotte on 3, I'd say. Where does Xianyun go? I think it's always on 3, right? If Xianyun is on 3, then why is Farazan also 3? I'd like to invite you to look at Xiao's placement here. You know what? Let's put Wanderer and Sino in there too. Ito is... No, maybe not Ito. Gumming on 1. Very straightforward. Okay, Chiori goes in any. Not for the same reason as Kogami. Just because she's the one character in the game where, like, you actually have to put her on a specific slot based on your rotation order. And it depends on the team. So Arlecchino generally on 1. But my best Arlecchino team has her on 4. My best Arlecchino team is like 20k DPS ahead. And like it is an actual Arlecchino team. Like it's not like Skirk in a Zabai team. Oh wait, on 3? Why the fuck is she on 3? Oh, I can probably get this higher DPS if I fucking put the units in the right order then. Okay, but like realistically, she's on 1. Like that is my best Arlecchino team, and it is a good Arlecchino team that actually makes sense. Big DC will tell you that Arlecchino and Varessa don't work together, but you shouldn't believe them. Both Arlecchino and Varessa are carries that have pretty big damage fall off if they stay on field longer than a certain amount of time. That actually... And because of that, their kits lend themselves relatively well to double carry teams. Alright, Clement on 1. Sethos on 1. Emily is either on 3 or 4, it depends. Emily is 2? No, that's where Bennett goes. Orion's on if you're not using Bennett. Molani on 1. Kanich on 1. Shilonen on 3. Chaska on 1. I guess Orion goes on 4. I mean, Mawika's on 1, but like, she's also on 4 sometimes. When, like in a Varessa team, she's on 4. In a Clarion team, she's on 4. In a Kanich team, she's often on 4. She can also be on 3 in like Molani teams. Alright, Lali on 4. I will take no disagreements. I only want deals in chat. If you type you're gonna get banned. Alright, guards. Varessa on 4. I don't know why I said 4 when I put her on 1. Varessa on 1. Eon-san. Okay, this is a difficult one. Either on 2 or 3. Eon-san goes on 3. Okay, Escoffier on 2. Can you split Chevaliers and Eon-san? The biggest issue is that, you know what? Sure, fine. We'll put Eon-san on 2. I think it's either 2 or 3. Because, like, Eon-san's best team right now is Mawika. Like, Melt Mawika. And Melt Mawika has Eon-san on 3. But, like, basically every other Eon-san team has her on 2. Skirk on 1. I don't think that's very controversial. Naya on 3. Okay. Inefa on 2. And this is the one. I think Inefa and Escoffier are a lot more immovable than Bennett. If I were playing Inefa with Bennett, like if I were using Bennett in a Flynn's team with like C2 Flynn's or something because I wanted the healing or whatever, I actually think that Bennett is the one that gets moved to slot 3. But yeah, like I'd say that generally dedicated supports for carries go on 2 if they're the same element, and on 4 if they're a different element. If on their release there's another character that should be on 2 in their best team, then that's different. Like, if Bennett was part of Flynn's premium from the start, Bennett would have been on 2, and Inefa would have stabilized on 3 instead. But because it wasn't, now Inefa's on 2, and I don't think Inefa moves before Bennett does with Flynn's. Alright, Lama on 2, Aino on 4. You guys don't like that one, huh? Flynn's on 1, Nefer on 1, Durin on 4, I would say, generally. Durin is a bit more flexible, though. I want to put him in any, but I can't think of a team where I'd have Durin on 2. Yahoda on 3. Colombina on 4. When I told you guys which emotes to use, I was actually thinking ahead, okay? Because you might have realized this, but the deal emote stands out a lot more against the black background in chat than the Alm emote. So I see one deal, and I feel validated. Zabai on 1. Okay, Idlua. I'd say Idlua is generally on 3. There's some teams where I could see him on 2. Like, if you don't have Linnea, I think he's on 2. Varka on 1. Linnea on 2. Wait, why are you guys saying Wait, why are you guys disagreeing with Linnea on 2? What? Linnea 4? Is it because she has a healing... She has a like burst that heals? Because you guys want to use healers on 4? But you don't even use her burst. Gecko, 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 Gecko. Nicole, where will Nicole go, actually? Okay. Let's start with Lohan, because Lohan goes on 1. He's an on-fielder, whatever. So these two are the ones we have to decide. I think Nicole is gonna go on 2. Isn't character position and team subjective? You might think so, but you actually deal more DPS if you have the characters in the right slot. A lot of these characters have hidden passives that make them do more damage when they're on the right slot. Is the Zjef 2 is where Bennett and Queens go. Why are you saying Bennett and Queens as if that was a list of 2 mutually exclusive items? Just say Queens.